Hey. I don't want to do that thing. I don't know what that is. Alright. Mind drops. Gonna be adding some clay today to this dragon and figuring out the head armature. Should be a hoot. Alright, here we go. So we got quite a bit done yesterday. Hello. How's everybody doing out there? I'm doing good. Had a little bit of a late start. Had to fix my boards in front of me and my picture from falling, at least somewhat. I also was messing around with some clay, trying to work it a little. So I got that kind of on there now on the screen. It needs to be a little bigger. As long as it's not recording. All right. So we got quite a bit done yesterday. Both the bodies cover aluminum foil and this wire mesh on it. I'm quite pleased indeed. Before I add clay to any of this stuff, I'll probably put a couple pieces of tape on it and hold some of these things down so I don't move around too much. But I'm still curious about this neck and head situation here. I know I want to make the heads go onto the neck like a little like a cone or something. Just make it so I don't have to deal with messing around with the whole neck the whole time when I work on just a head. But I'm just kind of contemplating how I really want to go about doing that. One way I can make a cone was use that wire mesh stuff, and then when I go to put it on there, I can just kind of crump it down. But then I gotta figure out still like the heads. I really want to start the clay so bad. Like, oh, I really want some coffee. When you say that, I'm drinking tea. I haven't been sleeping very good. I only get like 5 hours of sleep, something like that. Somewhere around there. So much to do in so little time. Let me go and see something here. Hey, Mr. Grapes. Mr. Grape, how you doing? Yeah, this armature looks pretty good. I want to try to make it sturdy. I'm kind of worried about it cracking. Yeah, 2 heads is going to be amazing. This one's going to be getting all chopped up, though, over here. It's going to be having some damage. So I still kind of want it to come out, a good 4 or 5 inches off from where it's at. Like 4 inches. Be like the end of the snout, maybe. I want it to be intimidating to the night. Yeah, I have to have coffee every morning for me too, but right now this is my night. I work 3rd shift, so yeah. Okay, I think that I'm gonna do the cones and just I don't really want to do the jaw for the dragon. I want to do just the top of the head, just so I have like a size reference and somewhere to put the wire mesh. I need to grab the aluminum foil really quick. I gotta stop tomorrow and buy some more. I mean, I could probably have coffee still right now, but because it really doesn't keep me awake, but I don't want to risk it. I already have a hard enough time falling asleep. It's gotta be like a basic. I kind of should have grabbed one of those books. I wanted to have like a longer head, kind of. I got an idea of what I want it to look like in my head, but I'm not really like trying to copy any particular thing, you know. This is trying to be just like original. Sleep is important though. You gotta try to get it. It's not gonna be like a definite shape because the clay's gotta go over everything. But I don't think that would be too big. Let me get this OBS stuff in front of me so I can see real time. Yeah, I don't think that would be too big. It's gotta be kind of big to the guy. Like I said, it could be like a young dragon too. I'm always thinking about proportions the whole time while I'm doing this. Like, even though it's not like proportionally right, because it's, you know, the dragon is, well, I guess the dragon would be a good size. I want the head up here to be like ready to strike at him, which I think that would be good, the size of this. Oh, here, let me get this up here. I gotta move this thing around for a second. Alright, so I want the head, because it's going to sit like this, a little bit back, and sit back like this. Oh, this camera just does not want to let me adjust it. There we go. And I want the head to be like its mouth's wide open, getting ready to strike him up here. At the same time, this one over here. Yeah, I think that'd be a good spot. Like he's getting ready to lob off his head. I think that'll work. Let me move this camera just a little bit so you can get that view. See, from the knight's view, or the wood elf's view, the other head's gonna be like right here, like he's getting ready to chop it off. I think that'll work. Up here, like it's getting ready. Okay, that's a good size. All right. Get rid of this guy again. Don't want to bump him on the fan. So yeah. Yeah, the head and neck will be connected. I'm just gonna make them separate with the cone on it, so I can just work on the head, you know, down here, and not have it on the actual neck. I think it'd be better to have like a little stand I can put it on and not be holding it. I'll end up putting like a rod in it and put it on that little thing I put the minis on. It'll make it a lot easier to handle it. And I'm not going to do the bottom jaw, because the bottom jaw I can put a wire into it and then wrap anything onto it then when I get to that particular part. Now I gotta make this pretty much the same size. Yeah, it'd be easier to make them kind of the same too if I'm kind of looking at them down here too together, because I want them to be, you know, proportionally the same and have the same kind of look on them because they're on the same body. I mean, it could be a little different. I mean, you don't have to be exactly the same. I mean, I can make the one that's getting all chopped up, like mangled, you know, like it's been getting focused on the fight over there. And adding the clay to the aluminum foil will really give it its size and stuff. Conjoined twins, yeah. Just trying to bulk it up just a little bit. I don't want all this. There we go. That's gotta work right there. Pretty close to the same. Look almost like arrowheads. Fancy scissors. What it takes to regret and trace back my steps. I'm about to break me. I'm about to break me. One cut's just to be result. Yeah, that cracking looks cool. Be cool after you get it painted. That look awesome. I think I want to like maybe fold this over so it has a stiffer edge. To make it feel like any of this is meant to be real, so fake. Now that I could take what I adored. Figure if it just kind of goes around it enough. Also figured I would just maybe like weave a little piece of wire into it. I need a jar of pills to play your charades. And the stream flows strong, reflection fades. I lose myself. It's a lot of little tedious stuff right now. I can't erase, I don't belong. That's sad. Your back hurts. Back hurts is not fun at all. We were talking about that yesterday a little bit. Cold cage of glass, the prison, the reward as the moments pass. Not a single breeze that could reach me. I don't know how I'm gonna get this to actually stay together like any of this is meant putting to be real, in. So fake. Now that I could take what I adored. Remember, I don't really know what I'm doing here, so I'm working this all out. That might be a little better. There. Let's see if that'll slip on it. A little rough, it's a little big. the idea of making it on a slip would work. But I think it's worth a try. Little U-shaped thing out of this. Yeah, I hope you get your back feeling better soon too. That's sad. Okay. See if this still fits. Might be hard to get on it, but once I get to that part, then I'll for sure be ready to cover it. We just won't do that neck part right away up to that point. Like a little loop and then let it through one way. Oh, I got it out just enough to. Oh, I did it again. I always forget to turn this other program on for my camera, and then it clears it up. Thank you. Yeah, it's gonna be a bit though still for it to come all the way together. Just takes time. Just takes a little time and a little patience. It's nice that you guys don't mind watching me do this, because I would probably be doing this either way, you know. It's this way you guys get entertained a little. Or you ladies, sorry. You know, I thought I lost my imagination a long time ago, and then all of a sudden something sparked me to want to start doing art again, and it was right there. Never really went away. I just wasn't using it. I think it's kind of like a muscle, you know. If you don't use it, you end up forgetting how to use it, and then you lose it. I'm glad it makes you inspired, and at least you get to see that, you know, it takes a while to do some of this stuff. It's like a process, you know. Try to do the same thing again. Just trying to make sure this thing doesn't collapse on me all the way. Probably is going to, but oh, that one didn't work. Even that one might hold it enough. Be able to force it on there. I think that. And I got all these other pieces of wire that I had left over from the other stuff, used for the jaw and stuff. Well, that one's got a sleeve on it. See if I can do the same thing with this one. I might not put as much care into this one as I did that one, because see how it's going to work. Yeah, the part that's going to kind of suck is getting all this clay ready. Like, I have to like cut it and flatten it. So the whole like process is kind of going to be daunting, but I'm a little nervous. The biggest project I've ever done, or even tried to do. Crazy. Should be kind of tilted. That stuff is going to be all covered later on, this sleeve. I'm just kind of figuring out the best way to go about having it to where I can still take that off there. Yeah, I wonder what would happen to do that. If it would just pour all over it, or if it would like stick some of the stuff to it. Oh, that'd be cool. Planet pours. Poster size, huh? That's a big size to do for a drawing. I did a painting for my mom, like, I want to say it had been over 10 years ago now. 8 years ago probably. That's 20 by 40, and it was the biggest painting. It's like an ocean scene with some cliffs, kind of. It's not the best, but it looks pretty cool. I think if I kind of handle it a little bit, it'll work. I'm worried about once I get clay on it, how it's gonna let me put it back on there. I think maybe if I just do the head and don't get near the neck piece, and I just kind of use that as the way to get some tension on it, I think I'll be alright. I'll probably end up doing the heads and stuff in cosplay anyway, so it'll be a little more ready for being bent around. Yeah, I think that'll be alright. Put the jaw on it. Cool. I have a self-portrait from when I was like 16 that I did an art class. It's on the wall. I think that's the oldest thing I have of my own. My mom might have a couple things, but I don't want them to be a little bit more curved there. Like every single time I get like a step farther, I want to see what he looks like to it. Like, I want it to be like he's gonna get messed up by that head. Oh, he's getting ready to chop off the other. Yeah, perfect. That'll work out. All right. So we're gonna set this aside for a minute. And I think we're gonna start covering the body with some clay. Get that first layer down. It's not gonna be anything defining or anything, but it's gonna be getting left-handed, right hand, one with right hand, one with left hand. Oh, that's cool. Yeah. I broke my hand, so I had to try left-handed. Cool. That'd be awesome to see. I have a couple hand-drawn pictures that I have in a book too somewhere. They're older. I think this is like the same stuff, so use some of this too here. Yeah, I was gonna use some old clay I have, but I tried working with some of it before I got on here just to see how dry it was, and it was like super dry, so I wouldn't want to sit here and make you guys watch me work some clay for 40 minutes because it's so dry. Yeah, you didn't know you could paint with your left hand? That's cool. That's cool that you can do that. Really neat when you realize that you can use your left hand for other stuff when you're right-handed, or vice versa. I had a cast on my right hand for 2 months. Broke it snowboarding. Well, fractured it. Now, I don't know like a particular way that people do this with this clay, but I usually end up cutting like strips out of it and not like trying to break it up too much, because it'd be a pain in the butt to run everything through a pasta machine. Definitely not gonna work with my hands. That hurts so bad. I should do like a line drawing with my left hand once and see how it turns out. Yeah, see, that's already 3 pieces. It won't take too long to get a couple pieces together here. This stuff seems to be pretty fresh. Smells weird. Got like a different smell from the cosplay. Alright, I think that's enough to get a start. Well, at least you know you can do it if you have to. With both hands, be ambidextrous. Almost got enough to start it. Alright. Half a pound there or so. Now this part isn't going to have like any of like the area that's really going to look like it. It's going to be getting some of it to have something on it. was thinking about putting bacon bond on it, but I don't think I'm gonna have to. Unless it starts to not want to stay to it. But we'll see what happens. It'll probably get 2 layers like this before I can start doing what I want. But some of it, well, probably only need to have 1 layer on it. Like the rocks and stuff. It's gonna start all down in this area. Kind of crazy, like I've been thinking about this for so long. Yeah, I've been rearranging things. Yeah, I just rearranged all this whole area. Yeah, Discord doesn't allow big pictures for some reason, depending on the size. Kind of weird. Just gonna get a layer down, not too thought out, you know. Just kind of make sure it's. Yeah, I think I want to put a little bit of bacon bond on that part. That stuff's like a glue, bakeable adhesive. Sometimes it doesn't really stick to the aluminum very well. It'll kind of like stick like glue too before it gets baked. A little bit. Whatever helps a little, you know. I want it to turn out. And this is really thin, you know, like 1/8 of an inch is really thin. I don't think that's 1/8 of an inch. Yeah, it's about 1/8 of an inch thick. That's pretty thin. You can get away with it on some stuff, but oh, it's not even 1/8. I'm sorry, it's a 1/16. I was looking at it wrong. So yeah, you can not really worry about going 2 layers, going to 1/8 of an inch or so. 1/4 of an inch is fine too. But my other guy, that statue thing, was just 1 layer on it, and it felt nice and firm when I was putting the thing around on it. So
first you want to kill me.
Pretty confident.
Now you want to kiss me. Blow.
You have a creative room. Let me figure out the stream. Yeah, I have like the area I have this in. I made like a desktop on some shelves, and it's like our kitchen has, I think it's called a sitting area or something like that, where you'd put like a booth style kitchen area, you know, and then we have a dining room on the other side of the kitchen. But I ended up making this whole little corner into my little craft area. My last place I lived had a whole porch that was kind of dedicated to it, but I didn't really do it a whole lot. So it was like 3 seasons, 2.5 seasons. Yeah, I pretty much just want to get a layer on here. I'm not gonna. The mesh, I'm not too worried about the mesh part. So every morning I let my dog out to play with the neighbor's dog, and we have like a newer neighbor out here that they had to rebuild a house because of a fire a couple years ago, but some new people bought it and moved in, and we haven't really talked to them a whole lot, but we wave and say hi and stuff. But they have a dog that's shepherd or Australian shepherd, and the dogs want to like play so much when they see each other, like make these weird noises, but they never really get to play with each other. And today they got to like play. I don't know, it's kind of funny. It's cool seeing the dogs like lick each other and kiss each other and get used to seeing each other. I don't know, it's pretty cool. I don't even know the people's name. I just know their dog's name. Oliver. It's funny. Smushy unicorn mess. The picture like melted? Is that what you're saying? This is gonna be so cool once I get this clay on here and it starts to firm up around everything, and so awesome. Oh, I made out of clay. Was it like a non-dryable clay? Yeah, that happens, you know. When my daughter was younger, we used to make like Christmas trees out of paper and like forts and all kinds of stuff. Kids are awesome. Oh, that was all the clay I smushed. I only covered like a third of the start of it. So back to the squishing or cutting and yeah. Still got things I'm thinking about how I want to go. It'll probably mold form as I do this. I mean, I have like a general idea what I want it to look like, but that's why I like art so much. You can change it as you go. It isn't set in stone or anything yet. Yeah, I want to make a chess set so bad. It'd be neat to make out a bunch of minis. It's another thing I want to put on the list of things I want to do eventually. I just have to think of a theme that I want to do. Something that's, you know, a little different, you know. Right? Why should kids have all the fun? Anyway, I'm kind of a big kid. Well, firm? Do I need the medium? Oh, it's firm. See how it is. Have to use it anyways. Been hanging on to this clay for a while for this project. Took me a lot to get to this point. You're immature because you're goofy. I would assume that that's more fun than being serious. Yeah, I'm easily excited too over some stupid things. My fiance is too. It's so awesome seeing her get excited. Yeah, the inner kid's still in there, you know? At least mine is. It's not even really an inner kid. I mean, look what I'm doing right now. I mean, this is what I do for fun. It's what I would do if I was a kid. So, do what you like, as long as it's not hurting anybody or hurting yourself. Yeah, I have to go visit my mom. It's actually her birthday right now today. When I get off here, I'm gonna give her a call and everything. Her birthday's always like right around Mother's Day. I was thinking about just going over there tomorrow for a little while and saying hi and hanging out. Yeah, the firm is way different. I tried to get her to watch me, but she's doing other things right now. I always show her my stuff when I'm done with it. She likes it.
The dark side of the Force is a pathway to many abilities some consider to be unnatural.
Yeah, I lived with them for a while. A couple years ago. Oh, like 10 years ago. Oh, the firm looks way different than the medium. That'll actually be really good to carving too.
Dark side of the Force is a pathway to many abilities some consider to be unnatural.
Kind of gonna make him like laying on the rocks, kind of, on his upper body here. It's still gonna come up quite a bit, but it's gonna take a little bit for me to get it worked out. But like I said, this is pretty much just the start of the base. I'm gonna be getting on here. Still going to be quite a bit more layering going on, and I might end up tearing some of this off and putting another piece of aluminum in there, bring it out more if I can't make it look bigger, because there are like rods that are through there that I can't really do a whole lot about. Yeah, she always tells me I'm talented and all this stuff, but I always feel she kind of has to just tell me that anyways. My mom, you know. I'm getting more confident in what I'm doing, so I think the more I get confident, the more I feel I have better skill. But I'm still nowhere near some of these people I've watched. But they probably got like 15 years or something, you know, doing this. I got one big sculpt before this one, and I've only been doing this for a year. Not even a year. You want to be in the Secret Service? Oh, he wanted to be in the Secret Service. Paleontologist. Doesn't every kid want to be that? I know I did. Intriguing. So my neighbor's making me a really cool paint holder. My paints to go up on my shelf. I have like this shelf above me that I made. It's like around this whole area, and it'll fold down. It'll fold down so I can get my paints out easier. I'm super excited. It's gonna be awesome. He showed me the progress on it today. Looks super awesome. It'll fit my paints in there, and then I can have a few other things in it, and I can just fold it down and take the stuff out, and then close it back up, and not have to go and dig around for it. I want to say this space right here is like a studio, but I also have like a little music studio kind of too. The other room. Thought I had my workspace in it. Craft area. Huh. Thought I had something in here. No. Somewhere on my computer here, but I don't know where it is. I have like a keyboard and stuff in the other room, but my computer's kind of messed up. I don't know, it works, but it's old, and the one I built to make it work for that ended up not working right. I have like popping from it. When I try to do it, doesn't want to process audio right. Where it's at? Maybe it's in this one. There we go. Okay, how do I find this again? All right. I have this area for my music stuff. But yeah. Yeah, I used to want to make music, and then I had like a big writer's block for like a couple years. I kind of put stuff away, and then I took it all out again not too long ago, and I still don't have the love for it like I used to for some reason. Limited by our imagination and money. But sometimes I feel even if you have to spend money on doing crafts and stuff, it outweighs what you pay for it by far. Just doing it. The act of creation and using your mind is way better than not doing it. Already out of clay. I didn't make enough again. I just kept the whole block. This takes so long. Like the other stuff, the same clay before came in strips, and the stuff I have is a little old. So when you try to run it through, it kind of gets all brittle and it breaks apart. So, and then this stuff comes in one big block. It's the same brand, same everything. It's just weird. They changed it. And I can't put it through the pasta machine like this. No way. Can't work it with my hands. My hands hurt so bad tomorrow. My hands will probably hurt tomorrow anyways, just from using a razor blade like this. You need to get like a chopper or something. You know, just like a paper cutter or whatever. You need a clay guillotine to chop off slices. Maybe make one. Clay guillotine. Merchandise it. Yeah, right? Yeah, I don't like it when they change something too. And it always happens. And it's not like they changed the way the product is. They just changed the packaging. You know, like the old packaging was like this in a box, and it came in separate strips inside of the pack. But this stuff, like when you go to put it through the thing, like this is already cured with oil added to it, and you can still see how brittle it is. Like it's still, now this stuff is fresh. Like it still has a brittle quality, but this is like way worse. I have to work this for like probably 40 minutes just for that one block. But it's old, so I mean, I don't know exactly how old it was because I ordered it off Amazon a long time ago, and it could have been sitting there for a while, for all I know. Hey, Dale. Thanks for the follow. Thank you. Yeah. This is my second week now. Your brother? where's my tea at? There it is. Oh. This is coming along pretty good for being the first layer on here. This takes so long. Gotta do something here. Takes so long just getting it all going, considering it was from wireframe to aluminum to first layer. Yeah, I get it. I figured that out, like that. It's gonna be a while, though. It's gonna be a long process. Monday, I'm gonna be doing a mini. It's gonna be a mob boss mini, I guess. What the group decided. It should be pretty cool. I was thinking about doing like I don't know if you ever seen the video game Oddworld, but there's like a bad guy in there that's got like a top hat on. It looks like I'm trying to think of that character, like Darkwing Duck, kind of. But kind of something like that. I don't know yet, though. I'm still kind of thinking about it. It's gonna be interesting. Do like a suit jacket and suit pants on something at 5 centimeters or so. Okay, I'm almost done with this clay here. I'll have enough to finish the cover in this part. I can start working on the neck. Oh, and then I dropped that. Yeah, the neck will be out of the cosplay for sure. I don't trust that. Like the arms and stuff I'm not too worried about, and the body with the super sculpty. But the head for sure, and the neck is going to be with the cosplay. Yeah, I have a sister. She's a year and a half older than me. She's my little older sister. Was only like 4'11" or 4'10". Alright, here we go. Look at that. That should be enough to cover the most of this. Biggest piece here. Go with this one. This one looks like the biggest actually. Try to get it to just cover it. I mean, all the other stuff will come together later on. Just want to make sure I have all of the armature covered the best I can do it with the thinnest 16th of an inch like this, so I have a lot to work with. Sorry to hear that. Never got to meet your dad. My dad lives in Arkansas. Or Arkansas. However you want to read it. I think it's funny. see if that'll cover all right with not having any back. A lot of the things I'm doing on here are going to be first times for me, and good trial and error process going on here. Probably better that you didn't know him then. I don't care for meme. I mean, I know blunt and, you know, having tough love and that kind of stuff, but being mean, not right. Wow. My music might be a little loud today, huh? Didn't really notice how loud it was. Yeah, that's how I was thinking too. You don't need none of that. It'll just create more problems, I would think. Thanks for the lemon. I'm really not too worried about how much it's like blending, because I'm still gonna go over it. But this back part is hollow behind it, so I'm kind of just trying to make sure it kind of adheres a little bit on the other side. A little worried about it. I'm a little worried about it all, though. I think I've been worried about it all night, thinking about this at work. You don't even have to give me anything. I'm just glad you guys are here watching me and keep me company while I do this. I really appreciate it. Keeps me going. Makes me want to do it more. Yeah, so the front of this I'm going to definitely be bulking up here. Still kind of trying to think of where I might want to put some crystals on this. I know I still kind of want to do that. Like if I put some crystals down here, it would like light it up in between the night and the, even like right here on the side, between the night and him. I don't know. I wonder, the front side of him has the crystals on it, so it would be on the side that would be closer. Maybe if I like put little ones in here and like a bigger one like laying over, maybe that might make it look cool. No thanks. Well, I'm glad I'm entertaining. Thank you. it's gonna actually turn out a little better than I thought. I have a lot of doubts going on, you know? Not necessarily doubts, but like contemplations. I mean, it's a big project, you know? Like, you gotta have kind of a lot going on in your head. Think about all the different things that are going on with this, you know? I really needed it. I needed like a outlet. Not snowboarding this year was like a big deal. This has really helped a lot. I should have started doing this way earlier. I was like so nervous to stream before. And then I was afraid, I guess. I don't know why I was afraid, but I guess I just wasn't ready, you know? Man, this is gonna be awesome. I don't know, you guys probably already heard me say that a bunch of times while I'm doing different things on sculpting. I know I was getting pretty excited on the Raincore. I'm not really worried about form right now, and like muscles or anything. I'm just trying to get this first layer down, like enough to where then I can start looking at how I want to do the muscle structure and all that. Well, thank you. I'm glad I met you guys too. I love you. You make me want to keep on coming out here. Yeah, I'm glad I faced my fears too. I think the Mandalorian thing, getting that done, really like pushed me. And then I think it was just getting over like some of them little insecurities, you know, like how am I gonna talk? How are people gonna receive me? Like, and then I started thinking about it. Why does it matter? I'll just be me, and if somebody likes to watch me and likes to converse, well then that's a good thing, I guess. Can't be afraid of what other people think. I mean, you can be, but use it as a strength, you know?
Have you felt it?
Try to find a way to use it as a strength, at least.
There's something more.
Transmute that energy, you know? Instead of it being negative. Man, this guy's gonna be so awesome. Looks like a little bit like Frankenstein right now. All these different hodgepodge creases. Fingers are actually kind of getting sore. I looked at the clock and timer, and it was 1 hour, 11 minutes, and 11 seconds.
Have you felt it?
That's crazy.
There's something more.
Yeah, I was afraid of that too. Like, I didn't know what to say. I didn't know if, you know, what to even, you know, like, I was worried about what to be like, you know, and then I realized, well, I guess I'm just me. And nobody can be me, so I might as well just be how I am when I talk to people that I might get work with, you know? Or the people that I'm around. First couple times I was streaming, I didn't have anybody watching me at all, so I'm just kind of like rambling to myself. Just in case somebody comes in there, and more like just guided thought, thinking out loud. But Yeah, right. Time goes so fast sometimes. Yep. Be yourself. No, nobody else picked that. Everybody else has got who they are. And like art too, like is like, I don't know. It's rewarding. Like if you're gonna stream it, to me, I think it's like more rewarding than streaming a video game. Like I'm not getting anything out of the video game in the end. I don't know. I feel like this is more constructive. I was debating on streaming like this or doing like a music thing, streaming like me working on my music, and just don't have the love in that. Yeah, right. Yeah, you don't gotta maintain anything. Just somebody asks you something, you just say how you would, and if they don't like it, well, don't have to like me. I mean, you don't. I wouldn't mind it, but you know. I feel like sometimes I was growing up in the wrong generation, wrong time. Like 100 years off or something. Or maybe I did. Maybe this is just my second time doing this or third time doing this, and then it feels like that or something. I don't know. It's weird. Because like I think of like how many passions and dreams I have, and I think about like the great artists and people of time, and how many things they were like privy to knowing, like to survive they had to know how to make their food and clothes and all that stuff, and they had all these skills, and majority of them were self-taught. It makes you question things, how much one person can literally do, like it's always nice to meet other individuals that are art-minded, because that they have like an open mind to look at things from different perspectives, regardless of what somebody's point of view totally is. If somebody's into art, like that they're at least open to other ways of looking at things than what's really there. Yeah, I have that problem too. Like, I have a lot of empathy for others, animals, others, and I'm easily swindled into things when I probably should not have stepped in. I wonder if we all kind of have those kind of dreams and stuff and feel that way sometimes. Like, I don't have deja vu all the time, and I have other things that happen that are quite profound that make me think about things. I mean, never enough to like make me not believe life in itself, but it just makes you wonder sometimes, Not that it's the same thing, but it's similar. Like, I don't think like things repeat. I think they more like rhyme, like kind of like flow and like a wave, kind of. Like. So I wonder if that's kind of how people are in a way. I don't know. Kind of just rambling, but I think about that stuff a lot. I think that's why I like abstract music and premonitions and stuff. Yeah, I have dreams that like I wake up and like I almost have the same thing happen, and it like freaks me out. Or the law of attraction. I believe in that too, like big time. How we got our dog. It's how we're living in this place we're living in right now. And it's how I'm doing my job pretty much right now at work. Kind of even doing this right now, like none of this would happen if it wasn't for me believing that it could happen at some point, and the things unfolded to the point where they are right now, you know. And, I like to think that way, I guess. Yeah, not right away. No, it could be years away. It could be months. It could be, you might have even forgot the dream, and all of a sudden that thing happens, and then you remember it. Whoa, I remember dreaming that now. What? Did this happen in a dream, or am I remembering it from, just it happening farther on down the line? That's why I question things. Like, you have a dream about it. Is time just happening all at once, and you're just picking up that at that time, or what's going on? It's deep. It's weird things. Things I thought about when I was a kid, even, Yeah, like a detective in a way, yeah. Sometimes I think that's what it's there for, to make you just try to solve things when maybe it isn't. Maybe that's the distraction, is wanting to know what everything is and how everything works, when you could be doing something like this, that's not thinking about how things are working, and you're at peace, because if you can't find the answer, you're just going to be always freaking out about not finding the answer, and you're in a never-ending spiral. Wow, that's crazy. When I was a little kid, my dad got into an accident, and we lived in Milwaukee. I don't know if you know Wisconsin very good. Milwaukee's like the big city, and I was like 6 years old or something like that, or 5 years old. And I remember waking up in the middle of the night knowing that my dad got into an accident, and I remember seeing it happen. Like, literally the car hit my dad's car, and I wasn't there, I was sleeping. And I remember like the whole thing. I remember him coming home and explaining what happened and how big the car was that hit him, and I remember seeing how big the car was. It was a big Lincoln, or a big LTD Ford, and he had a little Toyota. And I remember waking up in the middle of the night crying over it, and he came home, and still, to this day, I still remember it. It was vivid. It's crazy stuff, I think that's kind of part of belief, though, too. Like, if you kind of believe it, I think why wouldn't it be like that, or not? It's all eye of the beholder, And I think everybody kind of has those things happen too, and I think some people just don't want to admit it, Wow. That's crazy. Was he okay from the accident, though? I kind of wonder how much we're all really connected, on a different level, I've thought about people, and then they end up calling, and haven't talked to them for years, and they end up calling me, and weird things. Oh, he was hospitalized for a month. Wow, but he's okay though. That's still crazy. Well, I got clay all over this whole guy now. For the most part. I can kind of like... exactly where I need to like add some stuff here. Take it away. This guy's gonna be so massive. Wow. This guy's side, because I think that's pretty much all I'm gonna have to be able to put in there. Where'd that come from? Like some writing on it from something I stuck it to. Weird. I think we're just gonna get rid of this piece of clay right here. Looks like it needs to be a little thicker anyways. I think this thing is gonna turn out pretty cool. No, I haven't named it yet. I'm gonna have to think of a name for like the whole thing, you know? Like so far it's just a wood elf fighting a dragon. And at first it was a knight, wood elf knight. Well, first it was just a knight fighting a dragon, then it turned into a wood elf knight fighting a dragon because his face looks like a wood elf. And it just suits him a little bit better, I think. It was a wood elf. I don't know. I think I might want to make like a knight sometime. Like maybe just standing with a sword or something. Wow, crazy. What color? Well, I have those like iridescent colors for the dragon skin. I'm thinking I'm gonna do like the underbelly a certain color, like up the neck and underneath it, because the scales on the knight. But so I was thinking it's probably gonna be a mixture of green and brown. Wow, that's crazy. Okay, now I gotta use the mouse click for this part. Hi, Mr. Bear. You want some lap time? Sorry, buddy. Cat always wants attention from us, and we're like doing our stuff in the morning after work. So now it's on to the wrapping up the dragon next. So I won't be working on this again until Tuesday after today. And Monday I gotta do that. I'm gonna do that mob boss guy, and then I want to paint the Rancor. So I think I'm gonna paint the Rancor first, and then do the mob boss guy. Yeah, it's a little graphic. I'm gonna do the same thing with this cosplay and cut it in strips. This stuff you don't gotta work as much, but you have to at least work it off from the block. The gifted one. Yeah, like having dreams and stuff like that is just so crazy, and then you find out something similar happens. Or it happens, you know. I think I like lucid dreams when I feel like I'm in control and like literally I'm feeling like I'm there doing it. I like that. I always find out that I'm in there and then I wake up because I figure out that I'm sleeping. That's alright. You guys ever have like reoccurring dreams that like are almost the same, but they're a little different each time? get farther in it or something. Do it again. Dropped it. I wish that thing just stayed in there. I don't need it to come off. I need it to stay on there. 30 years ago. Wow. Crazy how time flies, right? This dragon's coming along pretty good here. Getting at least started, you know? The whole clay working process is kind of lame. Especially when you gotta use so much. Should have probably still put sculpting on the bottom. Maybe not. Just gonna wrap it. Like I did with the other stuff. This stuff's a little bit like tackier feeling, so it might show up the texture on it a little bit more too from the mesh. So I'll have to probably figure out a way to get either thick enough or get rid of the mesh marks. Mesh marks. Yeah, reoccurring dreams suck. Like, unless they continue and they get finished. Like, if say you get through it and then you don't have it again, then it's not so bad. But I've had a few zombie dreams that I always have, and they're like, I get farther and farther through the dream, but it's the whole thing, and then all of a sudden I stopped having them. And that was like a couple years ago. But it was like the same dream, but it was a different spot in each time. And I always think it kind of means something. Something going on in the brain. Oh, I dropped my thing again. Yeah, I'm definitely gonna have to make a box for this to sit on. Or something. Now once I get this clay on here, it'll probably be really good to work on it. The next time I work on it, it'll like stiffen itself up. I can't go all the way up to the head. Get it right about there. That stuff's so tacky. This thing's gonna be so crazy. Finger's gonna be so sore tomorrow from just rubbing all this clay around. Is that what you're thinking? What was the first one? What did the first one mean? gifted one. Orasad. Orsod. Is that how you would say that? Orsod. Chronith. The gifted one. The destroyer of men. Yeah. I have to think about it. What should I name it? These are good names, though. I think we'll have to wait to see what kind of name it ends up having. You know, once we see what the face looks like, kind of. I made that spot a little bit too thick with the aluminum in there. I can really start feeling the weight of it. Just want to glue this thing in there. Yeah. It'll probably take a little while to decide it, you know. I know you're just playing around. There are some cool names though, like I should think of something that actually has a meaning like that. When I do name it. Isn't it weird when cats just do that out of nowhere? They just start running around all crazy. Like our cat does it at like 3 in the morning. And we're like normally awake at 3 in the morning, but it's just weird. That's why your cat's going insane. So you're looking up dragon names. Yeah, make sure I cover up that part. So I figured out a material to use to help bond these together between the two after I'm done. And there's another type of sculpting material I can use that'll, I can put it on there and then it'll harden. I can sculpt on it. Really? Weird how sometimes when animals meow, it sounds like they're talking. Even our dog, like when she barks sometimes, it sounds like she says outside. Outside. I have like these bacon treats I give her, and I try to get her to say bacon, and all she does is just chomp her mouth. Like, so funny. Like she wants to talk. Cause I know she understands English. And it's a lot of wrapping up or flattening the stuff out. It's kind of a weird angle too, but it is coming along. glad I made this that durable. I can really feel the weight on here already. These necks, the weight on the clay. Yeah, I can feel that now. Big time. That's cool. It takes you where he wants. At least he knows what he needs, right? Cinnamon, huh? Was it a tabby cat? Yeah. Well, you can't be smart all the time, you know. I mean, sometimes you gotta do dumb things to be smart. Otherwise, you don't learn, you know. That's why kids do some dumb things sometimes. Why are you doing that? Well, they don't learn anything if they don't try anything and fail. Do something dumb. Your birds are squawking. When you talk to him, does he tilt his head? That's what my footy used to do. Like he was very vocal too. He liked water out of the faucet. He wouldn't drink any water from anywhere but the faucet. And it had to go on his head. It was the weirdest cat. And then, like, I don't know, a few years later, I met a cat that was kind of like him, that had same kind of color markings, but was more calico, not so much Siamese looking. And had to have its head underwater too. It was a male too, the same way. Thought it might have been like a breed thing or something. Yeah, we had a fountain for our cats too, but it was so hard to keep it clean. Like, it was way too much work. Still gonna have to run a wire. Figure I can run the wire along the inside of the clay. I was thinking about that last night at work, how I was gonna do the wiring for the lights. This thing is gonna be so cool. So you guys like the change up when I have like the mini projects on Monday and changing up the whole thing? Because it really takes away from this one project. Cool. I'm trying to do it like episodes, you know? Yeah, a little variety. I'm trying to do it like episodes. That's why I put like an episode number on my descriptions. All my YouTube ones have like an episode number in them somewhere. Right now I'm just kind of filling in some of these like lumpy spots that are gonna have to get filled either way. What's that? Got her an animal or something. It's gonna be so cool. It's gonna be so cool. Cool. Has he been gone for a while? It's always got to be nice when your hubby comes home. Oh, he works long hours. That sucks. Well, at least he's working though. Some people don't even have a job right now. I'm grateful I have one right now. Oh, it's coming together. Almost wants to stand by itself. I don't know what I can put it on. I need something that, like 2 blocks of wood or something. A block of wood. With a bolt through it. Oh, I remember what I was thinking. Oh, that won't work. Not big enough. Huh. Predicament. That's right. We'll just try to get some of this evened out a little. I think I'm still going to kind of bring it out some too down here. You know, because it's going to have to fit under the shoulders. It's going to have to come out. You're not on here, don't worry. Yeah, I need some more clay. With all the cause clay. Another pack. This stuff's brand new, I just got it. People are complaining about how this stuff's like brittly, but I haven't seen any different yet. And it works fine. Oh, that sucks. Crappy owners. Make them work long hours, then it sucks. I can smell that tea. Smells good. Let's see how this stuff is when it gets ground up. Yeah, I bet. That's a bummer. Yeah, me and my fiance work the same shift. We ride together most nights. A couple nights a week we don't. Different places we work. So we see each other every day. Right? Yeah, I bet you are happy coming home early. Oh. Probably a nice surprise, right? Oh, this stuff way better than the older stuff, even though the other stuff wasn't that old. I think I'm gonna kind of just focus on one side right now. This taller side. Really just want to have enough clay on it to be able to start some stuff on it next time I'm working on it. I think I should almost do 2 layers of this. How it's supposed to be though, isn't it? Tacky to the table. I think it's gonna be so cool. Next time I get on here, I'll have this on like a board or something, holding it, so I don't have to fuddle around with it so much. I didn't quite know how it was gonna turn out. Putting it on here first layer. I mean, it is a long process, so. Well, yeah, you're gonna have things you gotta work through all the time. I mean, what matters is you work through it. And as long as you guys can work through it, that's all that matters, you know? Whatever it is. You're a team. And me and my fiance are a team. We're getting better, you know? It takes time. Been together for 5 years. This thing is so crazy. This is crazy, stupid, big. Like, it's just. This is crazy. I can't believe I'm actually doing this right now. Like, all the time I've been thinking about it and planning on how I was gonna do it, I'm actually doing it. It's so cool. Imagine if I didn't have to work, you know? I could just do these craft things and stuff and not have to work. Make money from this. That'd be so cool. But then it would be like a job then, so I don't know. Maybe if I could just do it for myself for fun and turn it into a passive income for fun. Work a part-time job. Nah. Although I got people asking me to make them sculptures a little bit, so. Hard to say no, but I still want to say no. So what I'm probably gonna end up doing is I'm probably gonna end up working from the bottom up and get to like this point and then take the head off and then do the heads, because then it would be scaled to the neck at least, because it's gonna have to be done in sections no matter what. gonna be like 3 sculpts in one, basically. I don't know. It's gotta find people that would buy it first, you know? Like, I guess it's about the whole confidence thing, you know? So far, it's like my coworkers and stuff like that are asking me. But once I step out of that, like, realm, it's totally different, you know? It's like another set of insecurities. Like, I figure if I work at just hitting milestones and getting comfortable and getting stuff the way I want it to look and not be too pressured, then maybe I might do stuff. Otherwise, it's nice just doing it for fun. This guy's gonna be awesome. So awesome. You know, the hardest part is there's a lot of people that are doing this too, you know, like that are out there. Probably not as much as I would think, but I don't know, I feel I have to be pretty good to get people that want to purchase my stuff for an amount that would be worth me doing it, you know, unless I was making copies of my stuff, but I don't know. That's nice when it fits together like a puzzle. And you guys have 3 kids too, so your puzzle fit together for 3 kids to have the life they have, you know? And if I don't worry about this part up here, I can make it a little thicker and then add the detail to that part after I do the head and go back down and then bulk it up. This stuff stays really good for a while. Although I had it crack on me a little bit with the Mandalorian, but it was because of how I was having it sitting. Oh, that's cool. Showed some unique drawings. That's neat. It's gotta feel pretty cool to do that. That's super cool. It's cool to know that somebody's probably still looking at them, you know? Well, that one looks pretty full. A couple spots still. Like I said, I want to make it a little thicker down here, but I'm gonna have to put it onto the body more to do that. Oh, the sun's out now. It's so crazy how fast you go through the clay that you cut apart. I cut apart like a third of that pound and I'm almost already through it. Put yourself out of business because you sold them cheap first. Yeah, I think you have to like think about how much your materials are, how much time you're putting into it, and your skill, you know, for value of what you could charge. Like me, I'm not really counting my time because I'm still learning stuff. I don't have the 10,000 hours, you know. But as I get those 10,000 hours of becoming a master or whatever you want to call it, then I'll feel more confident in having a price that's worth, like, comparable to what it should be, you know. But it's hard though. Like even when I got rid of that Mandalorian thing, like I just didn't know how to price it. I'm gonna do a Kratos for a guy at work, and that's gonna be what I'm gonna do in between these two bodies. And I told him I'd do it for him for $200, and that's like gonna be way less than the time if you were to do $10 an hour. You know, like it's gonna take me more than 20 hours. So it's not about the time, you know. You know, I've been contemplating that pleather wing thing that we were talking about yesterday, and you know, it really does sound like a really cool idea. Like, because I could fold them up and then I could unfold them. Use aluminum wire and I could bend it. I don't know. It's gonna be some contemplation going on there. Since I already have the pleather. I think it's pleather, faux leather or whatever it is. Like, let me go grab the Mandalorian really quick. This is my first sculpt right here. I never sculpted a character before I did him, and I don't know how bright it is on there or not, but I've made this cape have a piece of wire in it so I could pose it, and it looks like I even got holes in it like battle damage, but like just being able to pose this like this, it looks like he's fighting, you know, like it really gives him the look of standing, you know. Be able to pose that cape like the wind's blowing it. So it almost would be worth putting like a cloth with wire in it on the wings. But I gotta put this guy back. Yeah, that guy is yeah, to have it have movement, you know, like you need to have it, if it's going to be sitting still, which it is because it's a sculpture, you want to kind of give it some sort of life, you know. It's like my knight, he's got like a facial expression, like he's swinging the axe, you know. All of it's going into it. He's got a dragon that's attacking him, and his buddy's getting stomped down by the feet, you know. So if you want to have the scene be held for a second, you kind of gotta have the movement in it, you know. Like you can make a guy just stand there and have a silhouette of a guy standing there, but how much are you trying then? I'm not saying that you're not trying, but how much are you really trying then to go beyond what you know you can do, you know? Movement is really hard to get, you know. I thought I got it pretty good with that Mandalorian, dude. Yeah, and you got that look out of those tentacles on there. That's what it looks like. It looks like they're like curling up, some of them, and some of them are a little stretched out. It gives it a little bit more life, you know. And you're the one that's, you know, you're giving it life. You know, that's what you're doing. You're creating it. Even though it's an inanimate object, it's kind of like this guy. I want it to look like the head is attacking the guy. Like he needs to hack off the other head. He needs to do it. Not that he wants to do it. He has to do it. It's hard to like get that out, you know? Wow, this thing's gonna be so massive. Like a part of me is a little bit scared. So does your Kraken have a beak on it? Kind of curious about that. Because it could also look like, is it Ursula from Little Mermaid? Kind of looks like her too. Like if you had her body like below it without her body on it yet. Thought it was neat. So you do got a beak on it, cool. Yeah, octopus and squid are crazy animals, just in general. Like they're the real deal. Aren't they like the only animal that doesn't have any bones or something like that? Or the only bone they have is like their beak or something like that? And their teeth? Yeah, the Kraken is going to be epic, man. You should really post some pictures of it after you paint. Oh, you can't? Oh, yeah. You should post some pictures of that after you paint it. That'll really give it some life. It's crazy how, like, when you're sculpting stuff, like, you don't see the detail until you start painting it because of all, like, little cracks and creases and imperfections and stuff. So neat. So I can't wait to do that, paint the Rancor. Because he's got some cool creases I put on him and stuff all over him. Yeah, so this is going to have to be pressed down in there with a tool. Oh yeah, did I show you the little tools I got? Yeah, I did. Yeah, I did. Trying to make sure that there's enough clay in this spot so it don't crack. I got a feeling that because the two sides want to separate, that they'll want to separate at the weakest point, which will be the clay. And it won't like separate, but it'll like crack it. It happened with the Mandalorian thing. Like I let it sit for a while, and not really a while, but it was like a couple days, and it ended up creating like a pressure crack on the backside of it from laying down on it, and it like popped. It didn't like crack. I don't know. It's really weird. It was like a clean crack. So cool. I'm glad I'm doing a big one now, because then I can have that off the list for a while. I'm really interested in making the clock. Crazy, I'm doing this and I'm excited about the next one I'm thinking about. It's crazy. Something's not right with me. I'm thinking about another project and I'm not even done with this one yet. Oh, cool. Yeah, it's coming along here. Kind of have to kind of make the dragon necks kind of like snakes almost. Maybe I'll like put like a flare on it, around it or something. I don't know. I have to see how I have it. Spikes along the back of it, maybe. The spines are. There's so much going on here. Yeah, dragons are cool. Well, I seen a person make like a diorama of I can't remember what dragon it is. I want to say it is from the Hobbit movie, Smaug, when he attacks the city and the Seven Armies, I think it is. I don't remember. I think it's the second one. Well, he's attacking the city, and there's a scene in there where he's like spitting fire down, and it's like hitting the ground, and it's like pulling up. And this guy made a mini dragon that was probably like 2 inches or 3 inches tall, and he used cotton and a wire down the mouth of the dragon and made the cotton look like flames hitting the ground. It was so cool. Like, it totally looked like flames with an LED light. Hey, good afternoon. Seen you around earlier. Had to stop in there, Suki. Yeah, I could find a video link to that sometime and put it in a Discord so you can see it. I'll have to look for it. It was like a rare video that I found a while back. I have to remember what it was called. It was super cool. And I found another one. A guy did something similar with an X-Wing and a TIE fighter fighting. And it was like a sky thing. And he used like an LED light that was hitting a TIE fighter. And a TIE fighter was like exploded into like a ball. And it had cotton all around it. And it looked like an explosion. It's kind of the same principle. So I think that is gonna fit in there nice. I think maybe I should do the quick cover on the head too, because I'm only got like 20 more minutes I can work on this today. Oh, I think I would die too without coffee. It won't dry. It'll be baked. It'll bake to dry it. So I'm hoping that that'll stop it from cracking. I know I can like bake multiple times. So I'm gonna contemplate how I'm gonna go about doing the whole baking process. I think I kind of want to just do as much as I can before I have to bake it. I usually like the night guy was one bake. There's benefits to it, and there's non-benefits to it. Like, you can have something you don't want and not be able to change it, or you might not be able to get stuff stick to it. Doing it with not baking it, then sometimes you'll smudge what you worked on and lose what your progress was. So you have two sides to it, you know. But this shouldn't crack. I mean, like, I could probably even bake this right now and then have it hold this shape and then build on top of it. But I kind of want to have it so that I can still just carve on it and add more to it. I think my dog's like napping outside today or something. I don't think I've seen her at all. I'm doing good. Getting this Friday done. Trying to get this guy covered with all the clay that it needs to have on it. To at least be to the next step, you know? It's already got like a pound of this on here. You can add a little bit of cinnamon to it, or a tad of some salt will actually get rid of the bitterness. But yeah, some people don't like it at all. I can't drink coffee without anything in it now. I used to drink it with just sugar, and now I gotta add sugar and milk. Now I'm difficult. But I'm trying to not drink Dr. Pepper. Like, I had a soda drinking problem for a long time. I'm trying not to drink it. Sounds complicated. 3 items for coffee. Still hot chocolate. It's funny. That's what I do for my fiance, is I mix chocolate in her coffee. Like, we use this like mineral thing, coffee blend, breakfast thing. Tastes good, but I don't eat my coffee chocolatey. You know, coffee helps me sleep sometimes too, which is weird. Like, on my day off, I'll wake up and we'll start our coffee, and then I'll take a nap like 2 hours later, and it's like, what? Why did I take a nap? Did I just wake up? But it's usually probably because I do too much. I'm always kind of burnt out. I'm always doing a million things. But I can't help it. I do this and my chickens and dog and cook and work. Not enough time in the day, you know? Or work takes too much time away. So I'm just gonna like basically cover these, the head part. I'm gonna try covering the neck too and just see what I can get back on there. I don't want them to look like dinosaurs. Oh yeah, might be too hard to get on there now. Just won't do any detail on that part. Still not gonna bother the bottom jaw. This one's gonna be with the mouth open. I'm not gonna worry about it quite yet. That'll come to when I work on the actual head. Yeah, this goes on here. Oh yeah. Right? Kind of fit outside of labels and things like that sometimes. I do so many different things that I just can't pick one. Except for this. I finally picked this one thing. Be more of a mellow fellow, yeah. The teachers and the doctors said I had ADHD when I was a kid, and all I was really hyper because I couldn't sit still. I wanted to do stuff. I didn't want to sit and listen. I wanted to go out and do stuff. I don't want to be bored. I never was like a book learner or anything. I've always been like a hands-on person. I've sewed things, I've built things, I've done this kind of stuff, you know, like I didn't have anything like that. But that was the 80s too, so they were trying to tell every kid had that so they could do something about it. Yeah, bored of the teacher. Most of the time, that's what my problem was. They weren't very entertaining, you know. Monotone. Yay! Take your time. Yeah. So much negativity, that sucks. It's crazy how that can change somebody so much, just negativity alone. Can, like, make or break you sometimes, you know? I have a friend that's really negative and I have a hard time being around him. Still want to be there for him, be a friend, and it's really hard. I mean, I know everybody can be a little negative once in a while, but, you know, shouldn't be trying to carry it on to other people. Every time I use a razor knife, I try to be so careful. I don't want to cut myself. Like, the last thing I want. try to cut away because I have cut myself a couple times. That was pretty bad. Yeah. Crazy. Crazy what we just go through in general as people, you know. Everybody has their own story and their own things, and everybody forgets sometimes, you know. Yeah, inaccurate history for sure. Yeah. I always questioned so much in school, they didn't like it. I had such a hard time. They try to teach you out of free thinking. They want me to be a assembly worker. Repeat, regurgitate, you know? Here's the information, write it down and have a report from it. I think these heads will turn out alright. They kind of look like a snake right now, but they'll get cooler. Just still trying to make sure this armature works out right. Mine was always art. Best class was always art. I ended up going to our area technical college to get my GED. I couldn't handle the school. Everybody has their own journey, you know. Yeah, I still like learning, so it's not really like I stopped learning ever. I feel like I'm learning always. Right? How dare you question the truth, right? Exactly. Sometimes it's only your truth, though. You know? Still the truth nonetheless. I think that we're supposed to question everything. I think we're not supposed to just be like, hello, yes, yes, yes. We're supposed to question what others are telling us and doing. I think that that's the only way that we progress, you know? Facts over truth, Biden, yep. Should have been talking about kind of a pressure or whatever he said. Whatever, though. I'd rather deal with this stuff. That's why I started getting into art more. Not think about that stupid stuff. Although it's not really stupid, but I was getting sick of being bombarded at every every place, you know, you go everywhere and you're bombarded. Thanks. Yeah, I'm just starting out here, you know, kind of hanging out. Trying to see what happens, you know. I enjoy it so far. I like being creative. Man, thing's heavy already. I'm glad I haven't used galvanized steel in there. Yeah, it's gonna be way heavy. I'm gonna have to get some of that other sculpture stuff. There's some like stuff called magic sculpt or something that I can use to harden around it that I want to bake. Order some. Well, thank you guys. You guys are making me all feel all fuzzy. I appreciate it. Makes me want to keep on doing it, you know? I have so many other ideas for some more projects. One at a time. Well, one at a time, slowly, and then other ones in between. Wow, this thing's getting far. I think I almost want it to be sitting up a little bit higher than what I have it. Like, when I fill in the hole there, almost should bring it up like a half an inch or something. This thing is so massive. I want to get the night and see proportion again. It's all about proportion, you know? I want it to be like that right there. Alright, so this is what it's going to look like. Got its deal going on. He's looking down. Adam's mouth's going to be open. I'm going to put fire behind his throat. And then the one over here is going to have some like hacks in the neck of it. And this one's going to have his, like, he's getting chopped up. Maybe even some hacks out of his jaw or something. That'd be kind of cool, like some axe marks in it. That'll make it look really cool. Definitely, that's close enough in this part here. I'm probably not going to bring it up any farther out because I want to. We have these things called EL lights. I want to run an EL light in between all these and around all of it to light it up from underneath. Get this guy out of here now. Yeah, I think that'll work out. I like the way that turned out for the head. I was contemplating the whole thing, you know. It's such a big monstrosity here I'm going to be working on. I have to make sure I make a box to hold this up because these things will all flatten out once I touch them down on the cabinet too much, or on the counter too much. Almost have his head tilted too. So I think I'm gonna be getting done here pretty soon. It's already about noon. But we got a lot covered today. Got the whole top layer skin covered on the upper part. It's raining. Yeah, cool. Mm. Yeah, you're over to bipolar weather too. I am too. Like, it's so chilly right now. Like, I'm not used to being this time of the year and having it be 40 at night. It's just so crazy. I mean, I know it swings here in Wisconsin like that, but it just swings a lot this year. Supposed to have frost, possibly, I think, tomorrow night. Oh, the chat stopped updating? It's still updating on my end. Well, I'm gonna get out of here. Thank you all for coming in here and watching me, sharing this time together. Gratefully enjoy it. You guys are great. You guys have a good weekend, and I'll be back on Monday. Do a mini. I'm gonna paint the rest of the rain core, and then I'm gonna start a little mob boss, like, you know, about this tall figure. Should be pretty cool. But you all have a great weekend, and I've enjoyed your company. Mind drops. Cutting out of here. Have a good day.